what Jesus told the apostles, the 11, was go into all my realm, preach this good news, preach the gospel of liberty, command them to obey me. Basically, institute the government of God throughout every square inch of the earth. So why do we think the gospel's not political? It is political, which is why our enemies know it's political. And that's why they seek to destroy the church and exterminate Christianity all over the earth. If COVID was anything, it was an effort to exterminate Christendom throughout the earth. And the strategy continues. We are called as the church to govern.
That's Bill Cook of America's Black Robe Regiment, a potentially dangerous group that seeks to work with pastors to take back America. It always seems like power-hungry fascists are constantly barking about taking back America, taking back America. Who's got it right now? Migrants who are exploited and demonized for financial and political gain every day? Or minorities that are discriminated against in the workplace, law enforcement, housing, schooling, and healthcare? That's who's got America right now? Anyways, they're looking to do this by securing the blessings of liberty to help assure America once again benefits from the freedom, truth, and liberty it established in 1776. Someone should ask this group how enslaved people felt about the freedom and liberty of 1776. Back to Bill Cook, though. He was far from done here. While he was speaking at this Fire and Glory event in Colorado a few days ago that mixes political rallies with spiritual revivals.
So what we're doing in America's Black Robe Regiment, we're seeking to establish chapters of pastors within every political jurisdiction in the country, at the state level, at the county level, and wherever there's a government happening. Because we believe that the church has to assert itself in government. The gospel is fundamentally political. Why do I say that? What's the essence of the gospel? Most people start with the phrase, go into all the world, preach the gospel to every creature. That's not the beginning of the gospel, the beginning of the Great Commission. The Great Commission begins with all authority is given unto me in heaven and in earth. That's the beginning of the Great Commission. What was Jesus saying? He was saying, it's all mine. I have all authority in heaven and on earth. It's been given to me. And the next thing he said was then go into all the world and preach the gospel to every creature. Essentially what he said was go into every square inch of my realm. It's now my realm. And preach the gospel to every creature, commanding them to obey everything I have told you. Now that's a political statement. Obedience to God.
It's some of the most un-American anyone can absolutely utter. But the reason Cook and others speak at events like this is because the Republican Party is on board. Because the organizers of this event, Lance Wallnau and Mario Murillo, already urged Donald Trump to begin infusing radical right-wing Christianity into his rallies. And it looks like he's listening.
We are a nation that allowed Russia to devastate a country, Ukraine, killing hundreds of thousands of people, and it will only get worse. It would never have happened with me as your commander-in-chief. We've got a federal bureau of investigation that won't allow bad election-changing facts to be presented to the public, where Hunter Biden's laptop was Russian disinformation when they knew it wasn't. And we have a president who is cognitively impaired and in no condition to lead our country.
Bill Cook also showed up at a failed prayer rally in 2020 that hoped to keep President Trump in the White House, an event that also hosted Oath Keepers founder Stuart Rhodes, who was found guilty of seditious conspiracy over his role in MAGA's January 6th attack on the Capitol. And he wasn't saying anything about prayer at this rally.
Show the world who the traitors are, and then use the Insurrection Act to drop the hammer on them. And all of us veterans who swore that oath, until you're age 65, you can be called up as the militia to support and defend the Constitution. He needs to know from you that you are with him, that if he does not do it now while he is commander-in-chief, we're going to have to do it ourselves later in a much more desperate, much more bloody war.
On to Mario Murillo. He's one of the organizers that helped convince Trump to make his rallies feel like a church service. And he preaches this bastardized belief system that has been adopted by more and more conservatives.
I've come to the realization that along with a strategic plan to register voters and activate battleground cities, we need to break the demonic power of the left in Jesus' name. Come on, somebody help me. We've got to break it. And what we need in America right now is an intercessory prayer movement that is linked to a political revolution and a divine healing crusade.
Dangerous fascists like these have been gaining power and control within the Republican Party leadership for years now. And although pundits and politicians scoff at the label Christian nationalists, the other organizer, Lance Wallnau, he thinks it fits just right.
We need the rallies to become connected to the revival. And where else, what other message is going to bring a revival to America unless we capture the saving of America? Capture the flag. Capture the flag. People say, oh, Lance, I don't know, you sound like a Christian nationalist. Yes, I am a Christian nationalist.
It's no coincidence that those closest to power within the Republican Party have also begun to pull back the curtain and follow suit.
Republicans really need to recognize the people they represent. We need to be the party of nationalism, and I'm a Christian and I say it proudly. We should be Christian nationalists.
Are we connecting the dots yet? How much longer will these highly political sons of bitches be receiving tax-exempt status for running religious organizations that are simply no longer concerned with even hiding the fact that they never intended to separate their belief system from forcing it upon our institutions of government? And anyone else that doesn't believe them or doesn't go along with this program, bloodshed is coming. I didn't say it. They said it.